something just didn't pop up in the thing all of a sudden. Holy cow! I'm mad now. Judge Lynn Toller's ruling next.
It's happening. Today, more and more people with type 2 diabetes are learning about long-acting Levemir, an injectable insulin that can give you blood sugar control for up to 24 hours. And Levemir helps lower your A1C. Levemir comes in Flex Touch, the only pre-filled insulin pen with no push-button extension. Levemir lasts 42 days without refrigeration. That's 50% longer than Lantus, which lasts 28 days.
Today, I'm asking about Levemir Flex Touch.
Levemir is a long-acting insulin used to control high blood sugar in adults and children with diabetes and is not recommended to treat diabetic ketoacidosis. Do not use Levemir if you are allergic to any of its ingredients. The most common side effect is low blood sugar, which may cause symptoms such as sweating, shakiness, confusion, and headache. Severe low blood sugar can be serious and life-threatening. Ask your doctor about alcohol use, operating machinery, or driving. Other possible side effects include injection site reactions. Tell your doctor about all medicines you take and all of your medical conditions. Check your blood sugar levels. Your insulin dose should not be changed without asking your doctor. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing, swelling of your face, tongue, or throat, sweating, extreme drowsiness, dizziness, or confusion.
Today's the day to ask your doctor about Levemir Flex Touch, covered by nearly all health insurance and Medicare plans.
Will you be this week's $500 winner? It could be you. Answer today's question. Call 1-800-282-1991.
Having second thoughts about your choice of Medicare plan? Is your plan making changes to your benefits or provider network? Are you paying too much for prescription drugs? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you don't have to wait till next year for better service. You have the freedom to switch to CarePlus today. CarePlus is the only 5-star plan in Florida, rated excellent in quality and service by Medicare. That gives us an exclusive enrollment period for new members to join. And our variety of plans offer more benefits than original Medicare, like prescription drug, dental, vision, and transportation coverage. CarePlus is a financially stable company serving Florida for more than 15 years with a growing provider network across the state. Call today to make an appointment with a CarePlus licensed sales agent, because we believe everyone deserves 5-star treatment. Don't you?
The phrase after 911, call 411 isn't just a catchphrase. It's the right phrase. 1-800-411-PAIN knows car accidents. It's what they do. You may be entitled up to $10,000 in injury and or lost-wage benefits. That's why the phrase after 911, call 411 is so important. Car accident? Remember, after 911, call 411. 1-800-411-PAIN.
Not a police spokesperson.
Divorce court. Judge Lynn Toller's ruling right now. Mrs. Spain, in your petition, you said one of the most definitive things anybody's ever said to me. And you say, and I quote, "Nothing about this marriage benefits me anymore." And you want $300 for the replacement of cost of your wedding ring that you say you bought. When you say nothing benefits you in this marriage, what used to benefit you that no longer does?
He used to always be there, literally be there for me, like, because I be getting jumped on by his family member for the longest. I be getting jumped on and jumped on. He used to always be right there. But now it's a problem. He doesn't want to help. He doesn't want to even come talk to me as my husband. He doesn't even want to come talk to me. And that's hurtful because your family members are jumping on me and jumping on my back, and I got to deal with it.
Jumping on you about what?
Like, okay, like he had this friend and she had this friend, and she was living with the other family member at the time, and she was getting all called all kind of names and stuff. I'm there to stop them names, like foul names, all of those names, and then next thing you know, when she gets mad at me, she's jumping on my back, calling me all the names I'm thinking her from somebody else calling her, and I'm supposed to be a family member.
I get it. Mr. Spade, does anything benefit you at all in this marriage?
Yeah. Having a family.
Right?
I don't want to lose a family. I've been through it before and lost it. And now that I have one again, I don't want to lose a family.
Ms. Spade, you say you pawned your wedding ring without your permission. Explain that to me. You want to be reimbursed for that. Explain that to me.
We only had them for less than a month. And next thing you know, I was always wearing it, flashing and saying, oh, look at what my husband bought me, and all this happy and excited. But next thing you know, when I look in the specific spot, which is in the top drawer, my drawer where I put all my feminine objects and everything else, that's where it was. I went one day, opened up that drawer, and it was gone.
Now, were you living in his family member's house at the time, or were you still elsewhere?
No, I
In
didn't.
a family member's house. Mr. Spade, do you have any idea where that went?
I had to pawn him because I had to pay a bill.
You had to pawn it. What bill did you pay?
It was a phone bill, an outstanding phone bill that I had.
You pawned it to pay the phone bill. Did you ask her?
No, I should have. But I just went in there and grabbed it and went and sold them. They didn't even pawn them. Actually, I sold them to them.
You sold them?
Yeah. So I couldn't even get them back. That's the bad part about it.
Let me tell you something, Mr. Spade. You know, I know you're leaving him. He's a good guy. He's a little, got a little dish rag going on over there. You know, it doesn't seem like, you know, but he's a good guy. And he treats you well. You're in somebody else's house. You want too much for putting in too little. And you're wondering why this man who's working and got you in with the relative can't do more for the baby because you're so busy, I don't know, lugging around this big belly. You're talking like nobody ever been pregnant before. Like it's like, man, you don't know what it's like. Been there, done that. You know what I mean? With kids in the house and everything. So you need to get a clue and get a grip and get some focus on the bigger picture. Cut it up a little bit. Get some coffee. Stop. You know, turn it up and get something. You know, keep your wife happy, all this kind of stuff. But if you want to leave, you can leave. But you're not leaving with that $300 that he spent on a phone bill some 3-4 years ago. That's ridiculous. There's the doctrine of latches, which does not allow you to leave a whole bunch of years in between the wrong that was done and the money that you're asking for. Therefore, there will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
Kalia and Dennis agree with the judge. Kalia understands that she gets a lot of support from Dennis and will try to make their marriage work. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court.
Quick weight loss, unlike any program you ever tried 35 years now. Lose weight faster than you ever thought possible compared to others. Results guaranteed. And unlike others, learn how to keep weight off. Quick weight loss costs less too. And unlike others, never eat freeze-dried or frozen prepackaged meals. Boring and overpriced. Unlike others, with quick weight loss, always eat fresh-made restaurant and supermarket food. Or eat and eat out all the time and still lose all the weight you want. A 30-day program, just $30. Only at Quick Weight Loss. Call 1-877-977-THIN.
Need cash today? If you own your car outright, get the cash you need using your car title. Keep your car and get immediate cash. You can rebuild or establish your credit, low monthly payments, fast approval, embassy loans. Loans made easy.
Good times, your friends know who you are. When you're in trouble, when you know who your friends are. If you've been arrested for a DUI, any criminal case, or received a traffic ticket, and you need an attorney, call me, Alex Hanna. I'm the helping friend you need. Call me now.
Something big is coming to just one station. 7 News.
Right at the top here at 4 o'clock, 3 years after a South Florida teen is shot and killed by a neighborhood watchman, it is case closed. We're learning the gunman will not be facing federal civil rights charges. 17-year-old Trayvon Martin was shot and killed inside a gated community in Sanford back in 2012.
The shooter, George Zimmerman, claims it was not racially motivated, rather it was an act of self-defense. 7's Kevin Osbeck live at Florida Memorial College in Miami Gardens with our top story here at 4. Kevin?
Well, Mike and Lynn, this essentially means that the Department of
Justice does not have enough evidence, or says there is not enough evidence to prove beyond a reasonably doubt that George Zimmerman killed Trayvon Martin because he was black. But by no means is the DOJ condoning the shooting.
After a lengthy investigation, the Department of Justice has dropped its case into George Zimmerman. Attorney General Eric Holder says though a comprehensive investigation found that the high standard for a federal hate crime prosecution cannot be met, we as a nation must take concrete steps to ensure such incidents do not occur in the future. Martin was an unarmed teen carrying just Skittles and iced tea when he was killed in February of 2012. Just over a year later, prosecutors in Florida tried to get George Zimmerman convicted on murder or manslaughter charges.
But
A jury found him not guilty. After Martin's death, protests popped up all across the country, and once again, Americans were discussing race and inequality. Attorney General Holder says despite the case into Zimmerman being done and over with no charges, he hopes that conversation continues. The Trayvon Martin Foundation, run by Martin's parents, released this statement saying, although we are disappointed in the government findings, we remain poised to do everything in our power to make sure that senseless violence is eradicated and no parent or community has to go through what we've had to endure on a daily basis.
And the Department of Justice says during its investigation, it not only reviewed all the evidence used in the 2013 trial, but also on its own, it conducted 75 interviews with people connected to the case. Live in Miami Gardens, Kevin Osbeck, 7 News.
One day after video surfaces of a South Florida police officer reportedly using excessive force, officials are promising a thorough investigation.
7's Brandon Byers live on the scene now in Fort Lauderdale with more on all of this. Brandon.
Well, Mike, we heard from the chief of police. We also heard from the city manager of Fort Lauderdale, who say they have both seen that cell phone video. It has launched an investigation. That police officer could be charged with a crime.
Whoa! It's the slap that sparked a suspension and a criminal investigation of a Fort Lauderdale police officer. I'm not out with you. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. That's Officer Victor Ramirez, caught on cell phone video pushing a homeless man to the ground and then slapping him. It happened Sunday at the bus station in Fort Lauderdale. The man being slapped is Bruce LeClaire, who was arrested for trespassing. He says he was only asking to use the restroom. He's evil.